Robert, now obviously you're the trainer. What sort of things did you do differently for this fight? Did you watch the tape again? Did you see that he made any mistakes, or did you just know a motivated Rios would take care of any version of Alvarado that showed up tonight?
You know, this fight, it wasn't really about watching tapes or anything. It was about Brandon following instructions, Brandon listening to everything I was telling him. You know, the way he cut the ring, the way his footwork was working, the way his head movement worked, is everything that we practiced. And if we continue to do this, he's only gonna get better. This was pretty much the first of a few more fights that he's got in his tank that's going to show that he really has skills and he could make his opponents miss. You know, it's not. You know, he like he said. You know, his pride is out of the way. You know, but just I'm the guy that could get hit, that could take a punch. Not anymore. He's moving his head. He's listening, throwing the jab, following instructions, and that's what it is.
But he was out there with his hands down and being so elusive. I mean, giving Alvarado a target, but yet making him miss widely. He just seemed like a different fighter. I mean, there was nothing that was worked on in terms of movement and from the waist and the head, because he seemed to avoid a lot of punches there. As you can see, his face, it's not even swollen.
Like I told you, you know, we've seen it in the gym. Brandon does it in the gym, but in the fights, he's just too proud, and he knows the fans love to see him go to wars and get hit, and you know, he doesn't mind getting hit. This time around, you know, he did what he's supposed to do. You know, he moved his head, made him miss, did everything he was told. You know, I told him in the breaks, I said, have fun, let's go, play with this guy, drop your hands, you know, like you were doing it in the gym. He did it in the gym, so I know he could do it in the fight too.
Now, was there any strength and conditioning coach added or something done differently? Because he seemed to have a lot of power tonight. I mean, every time he hit Alvarado, he either made Alvarado take a couple of steps back, staggered him, stumbled him. His legs definitely weren't there anytime Rios connected.
The times that we had strength and conditioning coaches, the 2 times we lost. So we got rid of everybody. We just hired a great cook that did a great job, and he followed instructions inside the gym.
He seemed to be more energetic. What exactly is the cook putting in the food? Was it more vegetables, less carbs? I mean, what's the secret to success tonight? Because he just looked like a new fighter. He's just a new fighter.
Nowadays, every fighter, the new fighters believe that the strength and conditioning coaches or those popular guys out there are the ones that win the fights. And no, that's not the way it is. You know, if the fighter trains hard and the fighter listens to his trainer, you know, that's the way, you know, that gives you the wins. You know, if we go back to, you know, to the 80s and the early 90s, nobody had strength and conditioning coaches, and and those fighters, you know, back in the 70s, 15 round fights, you know, and they didn't have conditioning coaches. They just trained hard, ate good, and you know, came to fight, and you know, that proved that, you know, Brandon is one of those guys.